The Turbosmart Smart Blow-Off Valve and Intercooler Pipe Kit is available for any 2015 or newer EcoBoost owner who's looking to increase their boost levels for higher performance safely up to 30 psi, since the factory blow-off valve can't handle much more than it already has. Now, the kit also replaces your factory hot and cold side intercooler pipes with less restrictive piping for improved airflow and better high boost management. Now, the supersonic option here will provide your motor with more boost retention and a better throttle response for a better performance, obviously. Now, I'll talk more about the installation in a bit, but I just want you to know up front it will get 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. For a very basic, quick explanation of what exactly a blow-off valve does for any new turbo owners out there, it basically releases excess boost that builds up in your intake and blows it off and out when you release the throttle. When you increase the performance and boost of your turbo, the factory blow-off valve can only handle so much. This option allows you to increase up to and past 30 psi without cracking or leaking like the factory one would, which can really only safely hold around the average 12 to 14 psi it comes with. Now, the same thing goes for the factory piping. The pipes can only handle so much pressure, and the kinks in the stock ones, you're going to have some restrictions in airflow. As opposed to the factory electronic blow-off valve, this blow-off valve has a smart port technology from Turbosmart, which handles the boost more efficiently. Now, this tech refers to the new piston manufacturing process, which utilizes all aircraft-grade aluminum alloys and specialized coatings, making the piston lighter and faster for what Turbosmart calls razor-sharp valve responses. Now, the use of their soft spring in the body of the blow-off valve speeds up valve response and, more importantly, reduces compressor surge, which inhibits its performance. Now, this technology also prevents premature venting of the added boost and speeds up the turbo spool and increased performance on the drive-by-wire, which ultimately means a better throttle response. Now, you'll notice on the blow-off valve itself it's labeled for hard or soft tuning. This refers to how stiff the internal spring is. Now, if you're running high boost, the right amount of stiffness is required to prevent any valve leakage, so it's necessary to mess around with the hard and soft dial to tune your blow-off valve to your specific needs, depending on how much your boost pressure you're running. Now, the intercooler pipes include the 2.5-inch hot side and 2 3/4-inch cold side pipes, which will definitely eliminate any factory kinks thanks to the mandrel bent tubes. Now, the CNC-machined blow-off valve Flange makes for a perfect fit to the Turbosmart replacement here, and the 5-ply silicone couplers are rated at 200 psi for absolutely no leaks. The black powder coated finish provides corrosion and rust resistance, which of course goes without saying. As you can probably already deduce from everything I'm saying, this is a more premium option and currently only one of a few offered on our site. This is the higher quality materials, and the smarter technology, as the name suggests, is incorporated in them, plus it includes the upgraded intercooler piping. Because of that, you should expect to be spending right around the $450 mark if you're looking to pick this up for yourself. So if you're looking to get this one installed on your own, expect to be spending about 2 hours or so on the project from start to finish using very simple hand tools like a ratchet and socket set. Now, it's not the most complicated install, but it does require you to get a little hands-on with some of the piping on the intercooler, so there is a bit to it. After all, I will be giving this 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter because even with light mechanical skills, the instructions should take you along the way thanks to them being pretty straightforward. First, remove the engine cover by removing both the nuts and bolts, then locate the PCV connection at the back of the throttle body and install the included plug onto the unused port of the boost reference adapter. Now, install 2 vacuum boost nipples, unclip the factory PCV connection, and cut and remove the OEM PCV line. Slide the boost reference adapter onto the OEM port, then install the retaining clip and secure it and connect the vacuum hoses. Install the blow-off valve reference hose to the nipple and secure it with the spring clamp, then install the 1/4-inch ID reinforced PCV replacement hose to the second nipple and clamp it down, pointing the hose to the direction of the PCV check valve. Install the other end of the 1/4-inch reinforced hose over the barbed end of the PCV check valve. Find the factory blow-off valve and unplug the solenoid plug, then install the provided GEL eliminator into the OEM solenoid plug and secure it with cable ties. Loosen all charge pipe clamps and remove the OEM plastic and rubber ones, including the OEM solenoid bypass valve and recirculating hose. Install the hot and cold charge pipes using the 5-ply 200 psi couplers and performance clamps in the same way as the factory ones. The Turbosmart blow-off valve comes next onto the new charge pipe. Be sure to secure the O-ring properly before reinstalling the V-band clamp. Now, connect the 5mm vacuum hose to the nipple on top of the blow-off valve and secure it with the spring clamp. Install the silicone rubber intake cap to the OEM valve recirculation port on the intake, A clamp is not necessary here either. Now you can reinstall the engine cover and you're good to go. Obviously, a lot to take in here, so this is kind of just a rough overview. All of these detailed instructions are laid out for you in the manual along with some pictures to help you out. Just to wrap things up here, if you're the owner of a 2015 or newer EcoBoost Mustang, you might want to check out the Turbosmart Smart Blow-Off Valve and Intercooler Pipe Kit, which of course you can find right here at AmericanMuscle.com.